Welcome back, viewers. In the previous video, we have discussed up to the part 4 of haloarenes and haloalkanes topic. In that one, we have already discussed the preparation of haloalkanes by various methods. Then we have discussed the property of haloalkanes. In this today's video, we will discuss some important facts of haloalkanes, that is the properties of haloalkanes, and that also it is the chemical properties of haloalkanes. Now, students, I will write the heading that is called as chemical properties of haloalkanes, right? Chemical properties of haloalkanes. This one we will discuss about in this one we will discuss the chemical properties of haloalkanes. You know, students, chemical properties of haloalkanes are broadly classified under 4 categories. One, I will write it as nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second one we will discuss, that is elimination reaction. This is all you have studied in the PUC first year, that is class 11. Third one we discuss about reaction with metals, means how these haloalkanes and haloarenes they react with the metals. So that is the third property, chemical properties of haloalkanes. Fourth one is nothing but a reduction reaction. You know, in the PUC first year, that is a class 11 CBSE 11, you have studied a redox reaction, means reduction and oxidation which takes place simultaneously. In that one, reduction you might be knowing, addition of hydrogen is also supposed to be called as what? Reduction. Therefore, here in this fourth property we are going to discuss about addition of hydrogen, how they are added across haloalkanes. See, these chemical property, they have a peculiar character among them. If you consider nucleophilic substitution, there is a lot of difference between the word substitution and elimination. Substitution, imagine there is one person in the bench, next person will come and sit, automatically the old friend will go. That is nothing but elimination reaction, substitution reaction. What is elimination? Initially one molecule will be there, complete eliminated, right? In place of that molecule no one will be coming and sitting. That is supposed to be called as what? Elimination, completely gone, eliminated, right? But here, students, substitution is nothing but in place of one molecule there will be the another molecule which is simultaneously comes and sits. That is supposed to be called as what? Substitution. In place of someone which will come and sit, the molecule which is coming and sitting is what? Nucleophilic. That's why the reaction is supposed to be called as nucleophilic substitution reaction. In place of halogen, students, there will be the nucleophile which is coming and sitting. That is a replacement. That replacement you call it as what? Substitution. Second one, elimination. Halogen is eliminated. There will be no any other molecule incoming. All the molecules remains the same, but halogen is eliminated. That reaction you call it as what? Elimination reaction. One by one we will discuss in our further videos. Third one, reaction with the metals, means how these alkyl halide they react with the active metals called as sodium, aluminium, magnesium. So these metals, how they react, that is all about reaction with the metals. And you know, lastly, reduction reaction. Reduction reaction means addition of which one? Hydrogen. That's why addition of electropositive metal is called as reduction. Addition of electronegative metal is called, electronegative element is supposed to be called as what? Oxidation. That is second part. But today we are going to discuss all these 4 properties of haloalkanes. In that one specially we will be digging with, that is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. I will keep the heading as it is. So we will discuss about the first property of haloalkanes, right? Therefore I write it as nucleophilic substitution reaction. What we will do, students, let us not directly jump into the content what is given. Before that, you also want to require what are the basic embedded in this side. See, the word I already told, reaction, you know, it is a rearrangement of an elements. Substitution I already told, in place of original molecule there will be new molecule which comes and sit, and the old molecule will be replaced by the new molecule. That is the substitution word. In that is English grammatical word, you can easily recall it. But the question comes, what is this? Is it not? Am I right or not? Being a chemistry teacher, I should tell this one. Nucleophile means what? Am I right or not? In the chemistry, students, there will be two attacking reagent actually. Attacking reagent is one which goes and attacks someone. In such case, we classify attacking reagent under two categories. That's why here I write attacking reagents. Let us take this is first, then we go back to the concept which is given on the board. Now attacking reagent means I classify them as two categories, right? These are the soldiers. We classify them into two categories. One we call it as electrophiles. Another one we call it as nucleophiles. Because this is very basic, students. If you don't know this, you cannot actually study the content what I have written on the board. First we will discuss what is electrophile and what is nucleophile. These are the two types of attacking reagent. Electrophile, generally they are electron deficient species. They are electron deficient, means they do not have any electron. Automatically majority of them will carry positive charge. Am I right or not? Majority of them will carry positive charge. Where they go and attack, then question comes. See, they are electron deficient. Say I am money deficient. Where I go and attack? I automatically have to ask to my father, because I want money, means I will ask my father. Similarly here also, they are electron deficient, means they will attack the center which is electron rich, means which carries the negative charge. Here also remember, electron deficient means a positive. They go and attack the electron rich centers, that is a carbon carrying a negative charge. Exactly opposite is nucleophile. Nucleophile is electron rich species. See, electron rich means what charge actually they should carry? Minus. See, electron is -1 charge, you know, it is rich means it should carry negative charge. Then question comes, where it goes and attacks? Am I right or not? If electrophile carrying a positive charge attacks the carbon atom with a negative charge, why not the species carrying a negative charge should go and attack the carbon atom with which charge? Positive charge. That's why if I want to derive the definition of electrophiles and nucleophiles, I don't know anything about chemistry, but I want to derive. 3 words I have written on the board. Using this, you can easily derive the definition. See, electrophiles are electron deficient, which goes and attacks electron rich centers. Here, nucleophiles are electron rich, which goes and attacks electron deficient carbon atoms. That's why attacking reagents in the chemistry, there are only 2 types. One is electrophiles and another one is nucleophile. For our study, we require, in the heading I have written, nucleophile. Now I think you can easily discriminate the first word, what is a nucleophile is. Is it not? Nucleophile is electron rich, which attacks electron deficient centers. Am I right or not? Now we will begin with this. What is the content given? I hope you got to know what is electrophiles and what is nucleophile. Keep this concept in mind. Later onwards, somewhere it will help for your studies. Now we will discuss. Carbon is there, alkyl halide. Generally CX is the formula. You know, valency of carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 is the valency of carbon. 4th valency is satisfied by the halogen. Now what I take? I take nucleophile. Nucleophile, I write it Nu minus. Here Nu minus is a general representation of the nucleophile. Generally, see, some has to be remembered it as a symbols. Better you consider nucleophile is written with the symbol of Nu minus, and I already told why I have written the minus, because they are electron rich students. Now immediately, you know, halogen is a minus, temporary negative charge, carbon is a temporary positive charge. Let us assume here already, you know, this bond is a polar. In the beginning video, if you have not watched the video, please go back there and see the video. I have clearly explained CX bond in the haloalkane is polarized. Polarized means what? Electronegative halogen will carry negative charge, electropositive carbon will carry positive charge. Immediately nucleophile will attack the carbon atom, right? Means it is making a 5th bond with the carbon, but carbon cannot withstand with the 5 valency or 5 bonds. Immediately the old bond has to be eliminated. Therefore carbon will choose among these 3 groups, the bulkier being halogen is easily eliminated. Means in place of X, we have a nucleophile coming and sitting. Therefore, what is the reaction getting? See, the other old 3 bonds remains as it is with the carbon. See, 1, 2, 3 remained as it is. In place of X, what has come now? nucleophile has come, plus if halogen goes with outside, it always goes with a what charge? Already it is having minus, means it is eliminated as X minus. Am I right or not? Like this way, in place of X, in the reaction side, product side, you check it. What has come? Nucleophile has come. Therefore, can I use the word nucleophile has successfully substituted halogen? Is it not? Therefore, these kind of reactions are generally called as nucleophilic substitution reaction, students. This is what the general idea is all about. Now, we will take one example, then we will solve it. Let us take OH minus is an nucleophile, right? OH minus is an nucleophile now. So, what I do? I react with hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and Br. This is CH3Br. For your understanding, I have written it in a elaborated manner. Now, I make the reaction possible. Here already you know carbon will carry a positive charge, bromine will carry the negative charge. Immediately halogen, that is a nucleophile, will attack the carbon atom with a positive charge. There is no problem. Bromine atom has to be eliminated to satisfy the valency of carbon by how much? 4. Therefore, in the product side, what I have to write? Carbon as it is, no change in the carbon. 3 hydrogen as it is, I will write hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Now, which is eliminated? Br is gone. In place of Br, what has come? OH. Therefore, I write OH plus Br has to be eliminated with a minus charge. Is it not a nucleophilic substitution reaction, students? Am I right or not? Now, you see, nucleophile has successfully substituted bromine atom, and this reaction is already the type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now, we will go by the examples, right? First examples, what we do, we take some other more examples to make the concept simpler and a better way. So, first one, the example number 1, I write, that is a formation of alcohols. Formation of alcohols. You know, formation of alcohols from alkyl halide is an example of a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Let us verify how this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Generally, I take Rx. Here Rx stands for alkyl halide. What I do? I treat with a base like NaOH. This base must be aqueous. Aqueous means we add it in a water and I will heat it. Very simple reaction, students. OH minus is a nucleophile, will attack R group, that is a carbon atom with a positive charge. Halogen is eliminated with a negative charge, combines with a sodium. These two are now eliminated as what? NaX. That I will write it first. First compound it is giving is what? NaX given. What is left out? OH minus being a nucleophile will attack R group, thereby forming ROH. Consider R group as an alkyl group, therefore the formed compound can also be called as alcohols. You know what is Rx stands for? Rx is alkyl halide. Very simple. You see. Now what I have done? I have treated alkyl halide with a base like NaOH, aqueous. Then immediately I got alcohol. This is an example of formation of alcohol and example of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Taking the second example, I will take again Rx. Now I will change the base. Now I will take KOH. KOH is also a base. I take it provided the aqueous medium, right? Then I will heat it. When I heat it, what will happen? Same type of reaction will happen. What is eliminated? Earlier case NaX means now eliminated is what? Kx. This is gone. Then what is left out? Combined and right, you get it ROH plus Kx. Generally considering R group as alkyl group, the formed compound is also called as alcohols. Third reaction also I will write. Now I take Rx, then I treat with silver hydroxide AgOH. This is also called as a moist silver. So many different type of reaction they write in a different book, but this is considered to be the most easiest. You can even take Ag2O, that will also permit, right? Better understanding. Again, no problem. This is eliminated as AgX. Am I right or not? Eliminated as what? AgX. What is left out? ROH plus, right? What is eliminated now? Ag X is eliminated. Then what is the compound we are getting? We are getting alcohols. In all the case, alcohols is the common. Therefore, formation of alcohol is the best example of a nucleophilic substitution reaction. I hope with this, the nucleophilic substitution as an example of formation of alcohols, you don't have any difficulties. Is it not? Then what we will do, we will discuss these all the general reaction what I have written on the board. We will discuss one or the other two examples based on the formation of alcohol. Then concept becomes much more simpler for you people. Now what I do, I take some alkyl halide and I will try to form alcohols. Remember the general reaction. By referring the general reaction, you have to solve the examples. Therefore, first example of what I solve, I take CH3Br plus NaOH, condition aqueous, I will heat it. Now tell me students, what is eliminated again? Earlier explanation holds good. NaBr is eliminated, correct? Therefore, I write that product first, plus NaBr gone, first eliminated out. In place of bromine, what is substituting? OH minus nucleophile will come and sit. Then therefore, the product formed is always CH3OH. Here containing one carbon atom alcohol can also be called as methane. Ending E is replaced by OL, therefore the name is methanol. Am I right or not? This is methyl bromide will form methanol. Second one I will take CH3 CH2 Cl plus KOH, provided this is also aqueous. I will heat it again with the triangle symbol, heat symbol, right? Then here what is eliminated, students? Here eliminated is what? Kx gone. That is KCl is eliminated. First I will write that one, KCl first I will write. Then what is left out? CH3 CH2 OH combined, I will write it as CH3 CH2 OH. Even you can write C2H5OH, no problem. That can also be holds good. Now 1,2 carbon atom alcohol is ethane, ending E is replaced by the suffix OL. Therefore, the alcohol you are getting is ethanol. See, this is, you can easily remember, methyl halide will give methanol, ethyl halide will give ethanol, propyl halide will give propanol, butyl halide will give butanol. Therefore, remember, corresponding alkyl halide will give corresponding alcohol. This is all about formation of alcohols, right? So, formation of alcohol, you know, students, it is an example of a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now, we take the second example, then we solve. Very important second reaction for the class. What I am going to discuss is all about nucleophilic substitution reaction. Hopefully, you are understanding in a better way. Therefore, second one I will write example number 2, that is the formation of ethers. You know, the question comes, what is ether? They have the general formula of ROR dash. This is the general formula of ethers. Now, let us check how the ethers are formed. And you know, formation of alcohol, how it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Formation of ether is also an example of nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, to form ethers, what I do, I take RX. Right? You know, RX, that is generally called as alkyl halide, plus, right, I treat with RONA. This class of organic compounds can also be called as sodium alkoxide. See the word in the name. Sodium means Na. Alk means alkyl group, that is R group. Oxide is nothing but oxygen. When you combine R, O, Na is supposed to be called as sodium alkoxide. Here sodium will carry the positive charge, O, Na together will carry negative charge. It is a salt, sodium alkoxide. Here halogen carries minus charge, alkyl group will carry plus charge. Just exchange the sign and write the product. If I treat this in presence of, right, then immediately Na and X will combine to eliminate NaX, that is sodium halide eliminated. What is left out? RO minus and R plus will together form ROR. These are nothing but what? ethers. Here identify which is a nucleophile, students. Student, nucleophile is RO minus, which has successfully replaced X minus, that is a halogen from this group. Therefore, with 100% surety, I call this reaction is an example of nucleophilic substitution. How to identify nucleophilic substitution means there must be the involvement of the nucleophile, and that nucleophile has to substitute another molecule. Those class of organic reactions are classified under nucleophilic substitution reaction. With your permission, can I call this as a nucleophilic substitution? Yes, because nucleophile RO minus is there, it has successfully replaced X minus or substituted, in other words. Therefore, I get ethers. This is also the class of nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, shall we solve the examples based on this? Yes. Looking into general reaction, I write CH3Cl plus CH3ONA. What is the product? Before proceeding to the organic reaction product, name of the reactant has to be remembered thoroughly. Then only organic reaction will carry the meaning. CH3Cl can also be written as methyl chloride. Methyl chloride. See the name, sodium alkoxide. Name remains sodium because Na is there. Alk. Alk is nothing but alkyl group. Which alkyl group here it is there? Methyl. Therefore, meth oxide. Am I right or not? Therefore, the name of compound is sodium methoxide. Carefully observe how I nomenclate this organic compound. Even you can try this one. You can also name it. If imagine 2 carbon atom are there here, then it becomes sodium eth oxide. 3 carbon sodium prop oxide. 5 carbon atom sodium pent oxide. Am I right or not? 8 carbon atom sodium oct oxide. Am I right or not? Like that, the sodium alkoxide name can be derived. What is eliminated? Na plus Cl eliminated as what? NaCl gone. What is left out? CH3O, CH3 combined. I will write it as CH3O, CH3. Is it not matching the above formula written ROR? Yes, definitely these are the ethers. Which ether it is? See, 2 methyl groups are there. Therefore, I write the name as dimethyl ether. I call it as dimethyl ether. If 2 ethyl groups are there, diethyl ether can also be the name of the organic compound which is obtained. Remember student, this synthesis of ether by taking sodium alkoxide in presence of alkyl halide, this synthesis can also be called as by specific name Williamson's ether synthesis. Can also be called as what? Williamson's ether synthesis. Is it not? This is what the name they have. This reaction was first identified by Williamson. Therefore, his name is only kept Williamson ether synthesis. See, if you want to explain this reaction in your words, you can also write when sodium alkoxide treated with alkyl halide, it gives the ethers. With the elimination of sodium halide, this reaction is also called as Williamson ether synthesis, and it is the special type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. See, whenever teacher or any other person, if they write the reaction on the board, immediately student job is to identify which class of reaction it is. Means that reaction belongs to which class, whether it belongs to nucleophilic substitution, elimination, nucleophilic addition, right, nucleophilic substitution, right, electrophilic addition, electrophilic substitution, reduction, oxidation, which type of reaction it is. If you could identify that organic reaction, then automatically your the knowledge becomes thorough, and you also becomes basics also becomes much more perfect. This is what they ask in the competitive examination, students. Keep this in mind. Here also, formation of ether is an example of a nucleophilic substitution. I hope in this content there will be no any difficulties. Shall we end, students? Thank you for watching. Keep posted for the upcoming videos. Do watch. We will remember examples. We will discuss in the part 6 video. Thank you.